Okay, so final challenge here. We're going to look at the flashing logic. So this challenge says create a series of lights that are on for the following durations. So the first one here, on half a second, off for half a second. So any of these can easily be done by making what we're going to call a free running timer. So that is just a timer that's going to just loop. So timer, and then a normally closed of the done bit of that timer. And if you look here, if I make this guy run right now, I'm just going to download and run this. Download and run. What that's going to do, this timer is basically going to count from 0 to 30 or 0 to 3 seconds, and then go back to 0, count again, and just continuously count from 0 to 30 or 0 to 3 seconds. So that's what we do with that. So that is called a free running timer. If we can make a timer like that, then to make a flashing bit, all we need to do is turn a bit on for whatever timer value we want to monitor. So in this case, half a second on, half a second off. That would basically be 5 counts of a timer for on, and then 5 counts of a timer off for 1 second. So what I'm going to do, this total timing duration is 1 second, so I'm going to change this to 1 as my preset value, and I'm going to change this limit instruction here to basically be true between 0 and 5, and then turn on this light if my value is between 0 and 5. So you can see right now I have a number that counts between 0 and 10. If it's between 0 and 5, that represents half a second. That will turn this output on, and I now have this thing blinking away here at a half second interval, and I can change this interval to whatever I want. So for the second one here, 1 second on, 1 second off. If I just change this to 20, change this to 10, so that's now a total of 2 second duration. And if I look between when it is between 0 and 10, it will be on. When it's between 11 and 20, it will be off. So I download and run this. I should get the same behavior, except at a slower pace. And vice versa to continue just the way this goes here. So that should be the way that you can make an easy logic, 2 lines to make a flashing bit. Now the other thing I can do here as well is, if I want to make just a flashing bit that I can use however I want, I'm just going to make this B3 something, and I'll use that internal bit to execute my timer. So I can do that. So now I've created this flashing bit, and I can use that flashing bit later on in my logic to do the same thing. And that is basically an easy way to make a flashing bit.